Hi there, and welcome to the Wisdom of Whitehawk, where the collective consciousness known to us as Whitehawk offers a bridge to find purpose and meaning in your life, to follow your path wherever it takes you, with loving guidance. Alan Herring channels Whitehawk, and Gail expands on the teachings. Enjoy this episode.
And one of those things we look at humans is, do you feel worthy of the infinite self? It's about what sort of worth do you put upon that better feeling you? And how do you feel about that? Do you feel empowered in that good feeling space of that better version of yourself? Or is there a fear? Is there a fear that you'll be ostracized or cast out from your friends and family for taking on that better version of yourself? And that's where feeling worthy from within yourself, you can only feel worthy about yourself. And a lot of people invest a lot of time and energy and information into being who they are, and not necessarily the better version of themselves. And ask yourself at times, what sort of investment have I made into this particular reality that you're in at this particular moment? You put a lot of investment in it. Now, if you've heightened your awareness and tapped into that universal connection, the cosmic corridor of consciousness, that galactic library, if you've tapped into that more than once, then you are expanding yourself. And this is the whole purpose of tapping into that universal energy, is to increase your resonance and to expand and to vibrate at a level that you are elated all the time. And what sort of investment have you made in where a lot of people have an investment made in their ordinariness, in their everyday life? You know, the investment not only money-wise, but how they feel. Do they want to expand and invest in another version of themselves? Humans have invested a lot of money into who they are at this particular time. You know, the money, the way they dress, the motor vehicles you drive, the colour of your hair, you know, where you live, the friends you hang about. You've invested time and energy and money into that situation to have the status quo, where there's really not a lot of money that you need to spend as far as money goes to increase your vibration. But the investment is huge as to where you want to go on this path. And this is where people come unstuck, because they're not willing to invest outside of their ordinariness. And that's fine for them. That's okay to remain where they are, and that is their choice. And that's the whole purpose of life, is to be driven by your own choices.
So what do you consider ordinariness to be?
Ordinariness comes in the form of stagnation, staticness. There's a innate feeling of fear if they were to move out of their realm of reality at this particular time, or any time, that they will be compromised one way or another, that there will be a disruption in their life, in their status of we say the status of ordinariness, but I mean, that's only a perspective. And really it is their choice. And there's nothing wrong with that if it is their choice. But from our perspective, there is an understanding that all humans, all beings, are in this lifetime expanding, on a life of expansion. And even if they're in that ordinariness, that mundaneness of life, and they want to stick with their own earthly reality, there are changes happening anyway. That conversation was had this morning. And that's okay, because change is happening. We gave the scenario of holding the rudder of a boat heading in the one direction, the sameness of that one direction. But everything changes around. The sea changes, the wind changes, but the rudder is still the same. And there's the thinking that things are remaining the same because I want them to be. But there are changes going around anyway.
So you talk about the rudder, and really it takes a lot of effort to hold the rudder in the one place,
yes,
doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And that is a lot of energy. And most humans use up a lot of energy trying to stay in this box of non-change. And it's almost impossible. And it is wearing them out. And you will see people get older by the day than what they should by using up that energy. If they would just allow, have a little bit of ease on that rudder. There's a turn into the wind. Allow the wind to take you. Allow nature to take you to where you want to go. And expand. And feel that resonance and the power of tapping into that universal energy. If we look at that analogy of the boat with the sail and the rudder, you allow energy to take you there. Far less effort in that particular pursuit.
Just a statement with regards to that. Like I like to stand out a little bit, not to the point where it's outrageous. Like my niche is wearing nice shirts, and my niche and when it warms up is wearing my flowery shirts, and it's my what do you want to say? It's my thing, and it makes me stand out a little bit. I like standing out a little bit, not so much where I'm going to wear a mohawk but I enjoy being a little bit outside the box.
Indeed. And we see that as an investment in yourself, in your expansion. And do you want to fit in? You want to stand in line at every time you go to an event? No, you want to stand out. And that is your investment in you as far as moving forward and expanding into the person that you want to be. And if that shines the light, and that is your future self saying, this is what you need to do to shine that, to make your light shine, but not so that you're noticed, and you are noticed, and that's a good thing, but also you feel good within by doing that. There is no compromising emotions when you put on those beautiful shirts. It could be a beautiful hat. It could be a mohawk that somebody wears. But, I mean, it depends on what your parameters are. Some people like to wear beautiful fingernail polish, colour their hair, drive a Ferrari, have a push bike. It doesn't really matter. Whatever it takes, whatever their version of expanding themselves, increasing their resonance, and feeling good at the end of the day, so that they're tapping into that love and understanding and guidance from the universe. You just vibrate when you put on those clothes, or your hair or your fingernails of how you want to feel. That is about expansion every single time. Even for some people, combing their hair and not having it tousled, or having a shave, or looking neat, or making sure that your tie is done up, or the zipper in your trousers, or you've got the same coloured socks on, on each thing. So it's all about finding what makes you tick, finding out how you resonate. It's that pulsating energy. You're actually synchronizing your energy with your future self energy. And the conduit for that is the universe speaking to you. And it's pulsating, and it's in a rhythm. We see it as a rhythm, and when you're in that rhythm, things flow with ease. There's no obstacles, and they just unfold. And we've spoken about it before, where the synchronicities are evidence of that pulsating energy when you're in tune with the universe and with your true self and with your future self, pulling you forward. Synchronicities, we call it the symphony of synchronicities, and they come around, and they you cannot force them. They just appear, and they're all different, and they're different for everybody. Individually, your synchronicities will be different. Some people think, "I wish there was a synchronicity today." More than likely, that won't happen. It happens when you are tapped in, tuned in, and turned on, as somebody else has said. But you're in that pulsating energy of the universe. That is a good thing, and everybody should find something. Some people have jewelry. Some people have the mohawks, the beautiful shirts. It can be something even on the inside, underwear, jewelry that not everybody sees, but they feel good about it. Some people have drawings on their skin. All different races and creeds and kinds have that. But if that makes you feel good, then that's what makes you feel good. The big question is, how much are you investing in your future self, in that better version of yourself? And we know that you are investing that time and that effort in that expansion. And it's incremental. And it's just that unfolding. And this is where synchronicities and coincidences happen, is as that unfolding, they become more present. Those synchronicities, those coincidences, people you meet, the places you go, the scenery you see, the feelings you get when you, like deja vu is a classic. You think, we've been here before. And you know what? You have been, here's the reality, you are there at that particular time, because everything is happening simultaneously. Past, present and future is happening now.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to know more about the wisdom of Whitehawk, you can go to www.wisdomofwhitehawk.com. Thanks for joining us.